Hello students, now we will see how to solve a determinant of order 3 cross 3, that means a determinant with 3 rows and 3 columns. So when we are given a determinant of this type, what we will do, we will write the first element, that is 2. Now 2 comes in the first row and the first column. So we will not consider the first row and the first column, we will take the remaining elements. So the remaining elements are 3, 2, 2, 1. So they are in the determinant form 3, 2, 2, 1. So we will cross multiply 3 ones are 3 minus 2 twos are 4. Middle term we always take with a minus sign, so minus 1. 1 comes in the first row and the second column. So you are left with 1, 2, 4, 1. So it is 1 ones are 1 minus 4 twos are 8. Now the last element, that is 0. 0 comes in first row and third column. So you are left with 1 twos are 2 minus 4 threes are 12. So if you solve this, you get 2, 3 minus 4 minus 1, 1 minus 8 plus 0 into 2 minus 12. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1, 1 minus 8 is minus 7, 0 into any number is 0. So you get minus 2 plus 7, that is 5. Now we will apply the same logic in order to solve the following sum in order to find the value of x. So we have to find x and we are given a determinant of order 3 cross 3. So we will write 4. 4 comes in first row and the first column. So we will cross multiply the remaining term. So 2 into x minus 7 into 4. Middle term we always write with a minus sign. So it is minus 3. 3 into x minus 7 into 1. Third term plus 9. 9 comes in first row and the last column. So you are left with 3, 2, 1, 4. So it is 3 into 4 minus 2 into 1 is equal to 0. We solve this equation. So it is 4, 2x minus 28 minus 3, 3x minus 7 plus 9, 4 3s are 12 minus 2 is equal to 0. Further simplifying, you open the bracket. So you get 8x minus 112 minus 9x plus 21 plus 90. If you solve this linear equation, you get the value of x as 1. Now we are going to see how to solve a given system of equation using Cramer's rule. So here a general equation is taken in which we have to solve the following equation using Cramer's rule, and this equation has two variables. So let us consider this example. We have two equations, a1x plus b1y is c1, a2x plus b2y is c2, where your c1 and c2 are two constant. So now what we will do, we will write determinant d. So determinant d is what? For determinant d, we will write the coefficient of x and y. Okay, so coefficient of x is a1, coefficient of y is b1. Here the coefficient of x is a2 and here the coefficient of y is b2. So it will become a1, b1, a2, b2. Next we write determinant dx, in which the coefficient of x are a1 and a2. They will be replaced by constant c1 and c2. So here in d, in place of a1 and a2, we will write c1 and c2, and this b1 and b2 remains as it is. Then we write determinant dy. So in dy, the coefficient of y, that is b1 and b2, gets replaced by c1 and c2. So it is a1, a2 and c1, c2. Now in order to find x, what we will do, we will write x is equal to dx upon d and y is equal to dy upon d. But the only condition is that your determinant d should not be equal to 0. Now let us take one example to see how to find the value of x, y and z using Cramer's rule. So the equation is x plus y plus z minus 6 is 0. 2x plus y minus 2z plus 2 is 0, and x plus y minus 3z plus 6 is 0. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to rearrange the term. So when you are writing the equation, all x should be one below the other, all y terms should be one below the other, and all the z terms should be one below the other, and all the constant terms should be on the right hand side. So this minus 6 I have shifted here, plus 2 I have shifted here, and plus 6 I have shifted here. Now we will write our determinant d, in which we are writing the coefficients of x, y and z. So here it is 1, 1, 1, here it is 2, 1 minus 2, and here it is 1, 1 minus 3. So now when you solve this determinant, you get 1 into minus 3 plus 2. Middle term always comes with a minus sign. So minus 1, you will not take this row and column. So it is 2 into minus 3, that is minus 6, minus 1 into minus 2, that is minus 2. So it becomes plus 2, and the last term plus 1, 2 ones are 2, minus 1, so it is 1. When you open the bracket, you get minus 1 plus 4 plus 1, that is 4, which is not equal to 0. Now we will find the value of dx. So dx is, you have replaced the coefficient of x with the constant. So now this is your dx. So you take the first term 6. So it is 6 into 1 into minus 3 is minus 2 minus cross multiplication. So 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Middle term always with a minus sign. So minus 1. Minus 2 into minus 3 becomes plus 6. Minus 6 2s are 12. Plus 1. Minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Plus 6. So if you solve this, you get minus 6 plus 6 plus 4. So that is 4. So your x is dx upon d. That is 4 upon 4. So the value of x is. Similarly, we solve dy, in which we have replaced the coefficient of y with constant 6, minus 2 and minus 6. So again we solve this determinant. We write 1 into minus 3 into minus 2 is 6. Minus 6 into minus 2 is 12. So it is 6 minus 12. Middle term with a minus sign. So minus 6. Minus 3 into 2 minus 6. Minus 1 into minus 2 is plus 2. Last term plus 1. 2 into minus 6 is minus 12. Minus 1 into minus 2 is plus 2. So if you simplify this, you get minus 6 plus 24 minus 10. That is 8. And hence the value of y is dy upon d, that is 8 upon 4 is equal to 2. Similarly, we will solve z. dz, replace the term of z by the constant and solve the determinant. So it is 1 into minus 6 plus 2. Middle term with a minus sign, so minus 1. You will not take the first row and the second column. So cross multiply the term. 2 into minus 6 is minus 12. Minus 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Plus 6. 2 ones are 2 minus 1. So if you open the bracket and simplify the terms, you get minus 4 plus 10 plus 6. That is 12. And hence your z is dz upon d. That is 12 upon 4 is equal to 3. So your final solution is 1, 2, 3. The value of x is 1, y is 2 and z is 3. Let us take one more sum. The sum says the current I1, I2 and I3 in 3 loops gave the following equation. 2I1 minus I2 plus I3 is 0, 4I1 minus I3 is equal to 2 and 2I2 plus I3 is 2. And we have to find the value of I1, I2 and I3 using the determinant. Now here we are going to rearrange the term. If you see, in the first equation we have 2I1 minus I2 plus I3. But in the second equation, I2 is missing. There is no term with I2. So, because we are rearranging the term, here we will write 0 I2. Okay. Similarly, in the third equation, there is no term with I1. So, what we will do? We will write 0 I1. So, it is 0 I1 plus 2 I2 plus I3. As I said earlier, all the constant terms should be on the right hand side. All I1 are in one line, I2 and I3. Now, we will find determinant D, di1, di2 and di3. So your determinant D is nothing but the coefficients of I1, I2 and I3, and you will solve this determinant. So it is 2, 0, plus 2, middle term always with a minus sign. So it is minus of minus 1. You will not take the terms in the first row and second column. So it is 4 ones are 4 minus 0 into minus 1 plus 1, 4 into 2 minus 0. So solving this, you get the value of determinant as 16. Now we write determinant I1, wherein the coefficients of I1 are replaced by the constant 0, 2, 2. Then you will solve this determinant 0 into 0 plus 2, middle term always with a minus sign. 2 ones are 2 plus 2. It is 2 ones are 2 minus of 2 into minus 1, so that is minus 2. So it becomes plus 2 and plus 1 2 2s are 4 minus 0. So if you solve this, you get di1 is 8 and the value of I1 is 8 upon 16, that is 1 upon 2. Similarly, we will find di2 wherein we have replaced the coefficients of I2 with the constant. So it is 2, 2 ones are 2 minus 2, then 0, minus 0 middle term always with a minus sign, 4 ones are 4 minus 1 into 0 and plus 1, 4 twos are 8 minus 2 into 0. So if you simplify this, you get 8 plus 8, that is 16, and so the value of I2 is di2 upon d, that is 16 upon 16, that is 1, and hence the value of I2 is. Similarly, we find di3. So again here we have replaced the coefficients of I3 with the constant. So it is 2 into 0 minus 4 minus 1, 4 twos are 8 minus 0 plus 0 into the remaining term. So if you simplify this, you get the answer 0. So your I3 is di3 upon d, that is 0 upon 16, that is 0. And so your final solution is 1 upon 2, 1, 0. This is the value of I1, this is the value of I2, and this is the value of I3.